Awesome game. It's hot in here, man. That was such a brilliant game. So welcome back to the Hitbox Arena Championship. Metis, how did you feel about that game?
As you say, it was hot, and what an apt map to play next, Inferno. After a match like that, couldn't get any hotter. And 16-14 again, Team4Balkan probably feeling in the direct aftermath, probably quite irritated and kind of sad about that result. But thinking about it more openly, not a lot of people had any hopes on Team4Balkan to pick up that game. So the fact they even took Titan to 16-14, I feel, is massive credit to the Swedes. They did a really good job.
Definitely, they had us all going there for a minute. I thought they were going to win it. And of course, we're going on to the second map now. This is a best of 3 series, don't forget. So we're going to the Inferno now. This is a knife round, right? Yeah. So I'm going to take this chance just to say, guys, follow this channel, and you might just win a Stat Track Orion. I'm definitely going to do that, because I wouldn't mind a free skin. All you have to do is follow the channel. And speaking of following things, make sure you follow our Twitters. Mine is @JonoWhiting, simply my name, and @MetasTV is my lovely co-caster's Metas Twitter. So make sure you follow us. Okay, send any questions you've got to us. We might find time to answer them. We've got a bit of a break in between this game and the next series, which will be against Clan Mystic and Team Global, formerly known as LGB. So I'm really looking forward to that one as well. But let's get our heads in this game that we've got in front of us now. And I think, has the knife round already been decided? I didn't even look at the screen when I was talking there.
It hasn't decided just yet.
Oh, done. Are you sure?
I don't think so.
Okay. So we're gonna have a knife. Well, no. I think we were going live here actually.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, the knife rounds happened, and apparently CT are going to be Titan.
Right. So Team4Balkan up against the wall here. They've just lost the map. Really close style. They're probably going to be a bit demoralised. And here we go. Titan are going to start on the stronger side. This is a CT-sided map, the Inferno. Let's see how the teams are going to start us off here. And Team Titan putting 3 members on Bernardo. They're actually going to push down aggressively. Team4Balkan completely caught off guard here. And Smith's going to take down one easily, catching XM in the back there. Good start already, and this CT aggression looks like it's paying off really well for them. Team4Balkan adapting. Look at Emilio, he's going to go underneath him and get an easy kill of his own there. Forwards and backwards so far. Houghton with a gorgeous jumping pistol headshot. That might make the difference in this round. Team Titan's push kind of faded into a disorganised array of members as they just fanned out into the map. They didn't stay as a Roman turtle, they didn't stay together, they just peaked at different angles, and we find ourselves in a 2 versus 3. But Emilio with a great headshot onto Scream, and now 3 versus 1. Team4Balkan. It actually looked like Team Titan's aggression were going to just shut them down straight away, but they bounced straight back, and now I think they're going to pick up the first round, and there's definitely a round they would like to pick up. Putting themselves straight back into it. Sorry, can NES do any more damage? No, he can't. Emilio, great round from him. Picking up 4 actually. That's a 4-man from Emilio. What a start!
Yeah, beautiful 4-piece, and that's going to steady Team4Balkan as well after that first map loss. That's exactly what they needed on the T side. And again, it's a case of them starting on what a lot of people would argue is one of the difficult sides here in CSGO. You know, T side of Inferno, not the easiest of sides to be on, but Team4Balkan seem hungry and up for the challenge.
Definitely. I mean, remember we saw them take 10 rounds as terrorists when it's a very even map, the Mirage. You know, they kind of just ripped up the rule book and just got 10 rounds on terrorists. So, I mean, Inferno would be a lot more difficult to get 10 rounds on as terrorists, put it that way, but who knows? Team4Balkan have already surprised and impressed us. Let's see if they can bring it to a close game again. And remember, if they win this map, we're going to see DDoS too. And I'd personally really like to see that. MVK's in their bedroom in a good place to do damage, but Rogue's going to catch him off. Just missed his shot. And yeah, Team4Balkan just taking it slowly here.
Yeah, they're looking to get the smoke down after they got that first kill as well. So probably going to file in after the smoke. Maybe going to bait it out, but another thing that you have to take into account is the time. They've got 45 seconds left. If they leave right now, they do have enough time to get into A, but it looks like they are fully committing to B. Emilio making some footsteps back towards Banana, so trying to catch them off guard. There's Smiths with a nice CZ, though, in the forehead. Can also give Titan a lot of information, which they desperately need, and they're now starting to pincer themselves around. So Team4Balkan have to push in. They realise they're in a really sticky situation. 3 kills comes down from Smiths and Scream, and suddenly Titan pick up the eco round. Beautiful stuff from the Frenchman.
God, big play there from Smiths, picking up the kill at Arch. Peter didn't really have the angle. He wasn't looking. Archie just flicked and didn't get the shot. Smith was able to take him out, take his galley off him, you know, get it off his corpse, run all the way to B and to spray them down with the help of Scream as well, doing some good damage. Team4Balkan making a really disastrous move there, pushing to the B site. They got pincered in exactly as you said. A great crossfire from the CTs, and look at this, 1-1, and that's the, well, it's tragic because Team4Balkan get off to a great start and immediately Team Titan just throw it back in their faces.
Yeah, and again, Titan, it's just incredible to me how many anti-ecos I've been seeing recently just in this tournament. There's been literally double digits of eco rounds going horribly wrong. And Kenny S with a nice little double tap there into Emilio's head. So that's going to open up things nicely. Kenny S coming back around. There is XM though, who will turn the favour in kind for his fallen teammate. And now that's going to leave A precariously open for Titan. MBK from the balcony alongside Existence, going to make short work of both Pitta and Rook. And there's a second kill for Existence onto X and make it a hat-trick. And he will pick up the kill on Hooten. So all around greatness from Titan. And Team4Balkan, they chose T-side. And I'm curious as to why they go for that, Jono. Is it a case of saving the best till last?
I don't think they did. I'm going to have to correct you there. I think Titan chose it. I saw Existence say stay, exclamation mark.
Oh, did they? Oh, I apologise. I wasn't even in the game when the ninth round went down.
But
so
you would be completely right. I wouldn't say any logic to picking it because CT is the favoured side. And that's why it's so tragic for Team4Balkan. They would have liked to have picked up the 3 rounds kind of given to them after winning the eco. But Team Titan, as you say, is something that we see more often now. Picking up an anti-eco round. CZs and P250s and armour, you know, it's really, really strong. The Scream with aggression. And actually, look at this. Team4Balkan have gone for a galley buy. This is a risk. And already seems to not be paying off with an early aggression from Scream. Smith is getting flashed out from his teammate. You can see the arms up there for the terrorists. Good CT support play. Not managing to get any. And speaking of which, I'll quickly say the last round was textbook from Team Titan. Existence rotated round into the pit area and MBK held apps. And with that crossfire, Team4Balkan had too many angles to cover and they were able to take them out. So it was a really good CT round for them. But Emilio actually coming back. Now 4 versus 4. Peter is pretty much dead. He's only got 8 HP, so that might play into the favour of Titan here. But a 4 versus 4 will usually favour the terrorist. Bearing in mind Peter's health though. And actually XM's going to take down Scream. That's going to open up the site. And Rook's being a nuisance, playing the get-right role in lower. Picking off a rotator, which was MBK. He goes down. And now Kenny S and Existence, the only 2 remaining. Peter's going to be able to get the bomb down. And this has turned out to be a very good terrorist round from Team4Balkan. Quite spread out, but they got the entrance onto B. And they were able to get a rotate. And look at this. Rook just wreaking havoc, playing the flank there. He's already got MBK, and now he's just taken the AWP out of the hands of the Titan. A lot of money down the drain, and a second round on the board for Team4Balkan, and that's going to make it 2-2. Forwards and backwards so far. I'm liking it.
Yeah, and you said previously as well, the Galil buy-up was a pretty ballsy one, but it paid off, you know, in kind for Team4Balkan. They will pick up this round, and Existence looks like it is going to save the FAMAS, so that's going to be a slight silver lining under the very dark cloud that Titan have just been up against. But going forward into this 5th round, can they bring themselves back? They've got enough money to play with so that they can buy up some more assault rifles as well. So that is good news for them. But, as you'd expect, the AWP has stayed on XM, who is going to be looking to peek through mid, I would have to assume. Has got a pretty decent spawn for it. Whereas Existence, MBK going to be occupying the A site, Smiths and Scream, as you'd expect on the B site. And this is another split push coming in for Team4Balkan. 2 players in Banana. XM just lurking in mid with the bomb, with the AWP of course, waiting for a pick. And then the remaining 2 players in Apps area. So, slow, steady, nothing to write home about so far. Just trying to outmaneuver one another. Try and get as much information as possible. Here we go. They know there's at least 2 players at Banana. As both Emilio and Hooten just try and spray through the smoke and pick themselves up a free kill. Rook is now coming down from the Yaps area. He's going to find himself a player. There's a flash though. So, unfortunately from his perspective, wasn't quite able to convert that into a kill. Kenny S with the CZ is in a precarious position. There is XM opening up this round. Gets the first blood on Kenny S, who did have the weaker of the weapons for Titan. So it's not the end of the world for them. However, they are going to have to make the most of this one. Peter comes round, gets himself the 2nd kill of the round right now. MBK's been spotted from the Apps area, but he will get the best. Oh, Roku, and that's going to put Titan probably on the back foot for the rest of this round. Smith just wants to save. Scream is coming round the side as well, but he needs to be careful because Emilio's coming around from the back as well. So they're actually going to be going onto the B site right now. There is still a player at the back, and that's going to be Smith, and there's a nice AWP shot from XM. 4 versus 1, NBK with it all to do, just with 32 hit points, so he's going to save. Third round on the board for Team4Balkan.
Yeah, definitely. XM playing really, really well with that AWP, and an interesting thing to point out is not all teams opt to AWP, especially as terrorists. It's more common, actually, to see 5 rifles, because you see a lot of smoke and flash pushes. You know, as soon as you get up to a site, it's quite close quarters. As terrorists, there's a lot of angles to worry about, and it's quite hard to use an AWP. But, you know, Team4Balkan using an AWP magnificently, and actually MBK goes down. That's not going to help the economy at all. But XM really putting good use of the AWP. And there's a third round on the board for Team4Balkan, and I'll just pick up on how they're playing it. They're pretty much playing it how they played it on Mirage. Slow and steady, really standard, spread out, split and pick. You know, they've got 2 members over at B, at Banana, and they've got the remaining 3 around second mid and middle. And Inferno's not a map where middle is as important. You've got second middle as well. There's a lot of entry points. It's a very tactical map, and Roke's going to spot one. That Scream going down. He only has a pistol, remember. It is actually an eco round for Team Titan, so once again, a really good start for Team4Balkan. I mean, last game, they got off to a fantastic start and carried it on. It's just that Team Titan were able to come back into it. And let me say, I thought Team Titan had woken up. I thought they'd warmed up and they were going to roll it. Honestly, I said earlier, didn't I? I said, Team Titan, I'm worried now because they've hit their peak, it seems like, and it's probably going to be very one-sided. But once again, Team4Balkan, surprising and exciting as all. And they've got a round lead on the terrorist side, especially after losing that second round. And we're going to see a B push. There's actually 3 members there, and Kenny S getting the early trade, picking him off. 4 plays 4, and look at this 3-man stack on Banana. They're rolling the dice on an eco round, something I like to see. I've said this already, and Kenny S is going to sight 1. Smith has already got another. It's 4 versus 2 here. XM and Peter, the only men remaining. No guns picked up yet, but they will be able to get them. Salvage the guns, and yeah, 8 is going to be the play. They're going to probably be able to get the bomb down. There's only one man remaining. I'm going to switch over on my... Yeah, it's MBK. I thought it was. MBK, let's see if he can do damage here in apps. He is the man to try and stop the plan. He's actually going to get a headshot on Peter. The bomb's going to go down. That's something. But it's probably not going to be enough here to win the round. Of course it isn't. 4-1. XM goes down. And Titan, they just won another eco round. It's 4 forwards and backwards, forwards and backwards. I just can't make sense of this game. 3-all.
It's pretty just crazy, honestly. I can't quite bring myself to understand what is going on, but all we do know is that now Titan are in a very good position, and although there is enough money on the board for Team4Balkan to go ahead and buy up again, that's got to be rocking the ship for them, because they were feeling confident in that round. But Titan, again, they're just showing why they're so feared on this map on CT side. They lock sites down, they lock placements down, and they punish any mistakes. Team4Balkan, again, the split and pick combo that you were mentioning previously, and it's the same players in the same position, so pretty much identical. Molly's gone down, but Smiths is actually going to peek this one out. He has no armor to speak of, so he needs to be careful. If he gets hit a couple times, he is 6 foot under. He's going to be peeking around again. Hooten will be falling prey. Emilio comes back before getting dropped himself. So Titan coming out ahead of that little trade, but Scream has been heavily tagged up. Just 5 hit points remaining, and that is going to be a fairly weak B side if they do go for it, but they always need to be careful because there are a player behind on T side, and suddenly you can become just swarmed from the CT players if you allow them to do so. Still, Pitta and Roku in the apps area. Bomb has been picked up from XM, who's going to be throwing the smoke over. If he peeks back round again, he could find himself a couple kills. There's the first onto Scream. He wants to play with 5 hit points.
So. Oh, look at the rotate on Arch. Oh, he's not quite doing it. He thought about it. He was going to rotate onto this B side, but he decided to stay on A. So far, Titan have made some good tactical decisions this C2, and it's worked in their favour. Talking about the last eco round, they stacked 3 on B and it worked out. But as you said, they're very spread out. Just taking their time, splitting and picking here. Peter's going to sight 1. Oh, nearly got the headshot on Kenny S there, actually, who does have an AWP, interestingly enough, playing that Arch area, not surprisingly. And Rope's going to take down MBK. That's the entrance they need. But Kenny S is going to answer up with his AWP on site. Not the ideal position, but he doesn't care, does he, Kenny S? And XM's actually going to take him down. So now 2 versus 1. Forwards and backwards. Peter's going to probably pick down Existence. 4th round on the board for the Swedish team. This, as I said, I can't make sense of it at all. Team4Balkan, In fact, they went down, didn't they? Didn't they? They had 4 players against 5, or was it 3?
3v4, I think.
And they pulled it back, and they've won it. So it's forwards and backwards beyond belief right now. And Titans' money is not looking great. In fact, neither team has really built a bank just because it's been forwards and backwards. No AWP for Kenny S. That probably will hinder them quite a lot this round. He likes to play Arch with the AWP. It's one of his preferred positions in the whole game, I believe. He's pretty much a monster in that position. It's a great place for an AWP because it's at middle. It's the place where it's more open because you've got that quad with roof that covers you up. So yeah, it's a good place to put an AWP, and that's where you'll normally see the AWP CT. Standard play, but not much. Actually, I was going to say not many grenades, but Titan are quite well equipped. Even though they didn't have much money. If they lose this round, I could see them having to eco though, since it's so forwards and backwards. No round loss being built up yet. And Team4Balkan are going to push into A, just feel it out. They've got mid control. So Team Titan quite happy to relinquish the control of middle, playing passively, letting them come up to their crossfires. And let's just see, Team4Balkan really taking their time. And there is actually one member on that banana. Is he going to be the distraction? Look at this, actually. Team Titan have rotated one member over to this B side. They've now got 3 there, taking a gamble. Every gamble for them has paid off thus far, but Smith is going to take a peek here. And if Team4Balkan push out soon, they're actually going to make the right decision. And actually, Peter's going to get the opening. MK and Apps is going to take 1. But that's it, and look at that. The bomb site is immediately in their control. And now it's going to be retake scenario for Titan. They're going to put 2 members up on that quad straight away. They came from middle. Bomb just narrowly escaping the timer and going down, and Kenny S is going to get 1 in that library. 3 plays 3 now. This is doable for both teams. Team4Balkan just have to hide, set up some crossfires. XM's going to help them out getting a kill. Kutan is going to shoot down a running on the, a recklessly running on Scream, just ran on the site. Wasn't able to do any work. He's going to go down. Smiths is going to just have to save here. And another round for Team4Balkan. It's looking actually pretty good all of a sudden for the Swedish team.
Yep, 5-3 will be the scoreline right now to them, but this does definitely have remnants from Deja Vu from the previous map as well, where they had a stormingly good start on the T side as well with Mirage, and then it kind of crumbled as soon as they went on CT side. So we're going to have to see if Titan can pull off a repeat performance here. They have just the one M4 in that arsenal, whereas you can see Team4Balkan have a full buy-up with an AWP on XM once again. So they're going to have to make the most of this one. We have seen, though, that when Titan have pistols, they actually tend to come out best. So yeah, it's a strange situation to be in, that when they're on eco, they seem to perform better than when they're on a full buy. So you can see right now that Team4Balkan, again, going to have this identical, and I used that word before, but it is an identical approach to what we've seen time and time again from them. And hell, why the hell not? They've got 5 rounds on T side. It's working for them.
Definitely, and well, you'll see most teams will have a kind of standard beginning setup that they go to, which will allow them to get map control and those things, and then off the back of that control they can do the strat. So that's what they're doing. But unlike most teams where there will be a set strat, Team4Balkan can just carry on that kind of style and play and just go in pairs or as on your own, just trying for picks, and it's working.
Yep, going to be forcing their way in. Team kill from XM. Oh dearie me, taking a book out of Kenny S's book on Mirage there. And here comes Pitta with a double 3-on-3. And again, Titan on the pistol rounds, on the eco rounds, are coming out front. All 3 players for Team4Balkan are very low, but Pitta is going to get one through the wall on Kenny S. Can they get that bomb down? Yes, they can. So now all of the action, all of the pressure is firmly on the shoulders of the SNS combo of Smiths and also Scream. Scream's in library. Smiths is looking around CT spawn area, looking at archers right now. But as the situation is, do they go for it? Do they actually want to try this one? Pitt with a nice headshot. And that's going to all be down on Smiths. And yeah, smartly enough, he's going to back away and say, okay, I want to keep this M4.
XM's asking to be invited to the Titan group on Steam. It's kind of funny. But by the way, I like how you call Kenny S out for that team kill. He was like amazing the whole game, and that's the only thing you call him out for.
Yeah, you got to put the players in their place because he's probably feeling good. To be fair to him, he had a fairly rough start, as did all of Titan, but he steps it up amazing towards the end.
Didn't he? He woke up. So 6-3 is the scoreline, and it's not 6-3 to Team Titan on the CT. It's to the terrorists on the Inferno. So once again, we can't say this enough. This is a very, very strong start from the Swedish team. And Team Titan, well, they've done it before, they've come back, but, you know, they did it around now. They kind of... Actually, no, they did it in the second half, what am I talking about? They had a horrendous first half and just pulled it back in the second. But it's never, you know, it's never too late to start winning, and they need to, you know, they want every round they can, and they're going to start to be, they're going to be dropping heads, is what I'm trying to say, because they're losing so many rounds on a side where they should be very, very confident, and they're known to be very strong. And here's a team that's not that well known recently. They haven't played very much, not really on anybody's radar. Sure, they're full of aim stars, but they don't really have any strategies, it seems like. They're not a well-oiled machine like Titan, and yet they're still doubling Titan's round score.
It's pretty insane when you think about it, but that's the thing as well. A mark of a truly great team is being well and truly up against it, and then coming back with vengeance right at the end and managing to just about snatch it away. And that's what Titan did in the first map. So even though the alarm bells are beginning to ring for them, all they have to do is say, okay, let's make history repeat itself. We were in this situation last time around. We pulled it back. We can do it again. Kenny S is going to start this round off nicely for his team. Couple players did die before. And that's going to be Emilio dropping as well from Existence, who wants his second onto XM. But XM will be rushing away. Wants to keep that AWP desperately. $4,750 is pretty important at this stage of the game. However, he could find himself taken out if he peeks this again, because there is Existence, and he will get that kill for free. 6-4 is the scoreline. Titan desperately need every single round right now.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're just singing Team4Balkan's praises, and then all of a sudden Titan get flawless CT rounds. So, still very forwards and backwards, really. Still, 4-6 is a very close scoreline. Titan will be a bit annoyed, but if they bring it back anymore, if they bring it back, say, I think they're probably so confident on their terrorist side. If they get 8 rounds, I think they'll be okay. Not ideal, but they'll be okay. If they can get 9 from this point on, they'll be feeling all right. We've seen them pull it back once before anyway. But let's consider the round in hand. Both teams have actually bought up, but you can take note of the nades. Pretty far and few in between for Team4Balkan. Not that well equipped. They do have Kevlar and armor though, so that's at least one thing. And look at this, they're going to walk up banana, something that hasn't really been done very much so far. I think they got an eco round on the back of this strat, so why not try it with guns again? So let's see. Smiths and Existence, I think, are the protectors of B site. They're going to get action, and Smiths is probably going to Molotov out. That's going to slow them down. 50 seconds on the clock. They're just trying to buy time here. If they wind the clock down so far, there hasn't been a terrorist push. As soon as they get flashes, they know it's going to be that site. And that's what they want to do. And here comes the push. Anyway, Scream's going to get the first. He might be able to get the second. He does. Peter's going to get another. And Scream, from beyond the grave, gets a kill with his Molotov. And look at this bomb is being dropped somewhere. XM is going to catch Smiths. He goes down. Bomb needs to be picked up here. Existence is going to catch one with a grenade and a second with his AK. Finishing off the round in good fashion. 5th round on the board for Team Titan. And, well, maybe I'm speaking too early here, but it looks like they're starting to build themselves back up. Get a bit of momentum here. 5-6. And Team4Balkan, look at that, they're on eco. We're probably going to see an even scoreline once again.
Very, very similar to the last map as well from Titan, where a rough start would probably be an understatement for how they're performing, especially for their own high expectations, and the expectations as well of the viewers. Again, CSGO Lounge, 89% of people thought that Titan were going to breeze through this game, but it's been anything but that. Team4Balkan, to their credit, have been constantly pushing in, and here we go again. Smith gets a nice double. There's Scream as well. They're locking down this B site with ease. They're looking for the 4th kill. Pitter comes back for one of his own, and there is Smith to lock it down. XM is all that stands now between Titan and that 6th round, and bringing it back to equality, and he's actually running through the smoke, and Existence will pick up the kill.
It was a bit of a silly round. Smith just ran in through the smoke, span around, and he landed underneath the terrorist. But well, nevertheless, Titan do convert that in silly fashion, but flawlessly, pretty much. Did they lose anybody? I don't think so. So their money now is looking alright. They've built up a bank, which is essential for a CT side. You do need to have money to buy. Well, you might think I'm stating the obvious here, but it's actually more expensive to buy guns on the CT side. The guns themselves are more expensive. So money is definitely more of a factor as CT. But Team4Balkan are just going to repeat exactly what they did in the last 2 rounds, actually. They've had no success, but they just feel like they're going to keep going for it. Maybe they've run out of strats, who knows. Rob's going to spot one, nearly getting the entrance there, not quite managing to. A Scream and Smiths are slightly tagged as well, but a good nade and some damage done. Has seen that Team4Balkan all tagged up Wait, who's it going to go to? And XM's going to push through the smoke to tree, and he's going to take another. It's 5 versus 3 now. Smith's in a great place, doing loads of damage. But damage is the only thing he did, apart from 1 kill. Now 2 versus 4. Peter, I mean, you push him over and he would die. He's only on 3 HP, but it shouldn't matter. They've got the bomb down now. It's after fight situation for Team Titan. And XM's going to seal the fate and surely existence. Yeah, he's going to back off down Banana. Oh, well, he's playing it daringly, actually. He's going to try and get some kills. He gets 1. Just a quick look at the economy. I was going to say maybe he's aware that the T's money is that poor that any kills he can get will be fantastic. But the money isn't that bad now for Team4Balkan. So I would have recommended just running away. But who am I to second guess one of the best in-game leaders in the game? But anyway, once again, Team4Balkan come back and win a round. 7-6. I just can't keep track.
Crazy action here. If you're having audio issues, guys, refresh the stream. It should fix them for you. Seeing some people in chat talking about that, but there's XM opening up the round. Best possible way for his team. Nice grenade as well, as Emilio and Hütten kind of chime together to pick up the kill on Smith. So there is the knowledge. One player weak, I should say, on B. But you can see the rotate coming in from existence. So trying to bolster up those defenses. That's going to leave NBK, Billy no mates, all on his lonesome, but he doesn't care. He doesn't need any teammates because there's a double kill. And suddenly, this round is well and truly in Titan's favour. And then Hütten says, nope, I'm going to pick up a kill of my own. Existence is dead. 1 player on each side. They're going to be opting for the B. And now how quickly can MBK rotate his round? Can Screen buy him up enough time? He's picked up 1, so he's done a nice job there for MBK. MBK round from Banana. Biding his time, doesn't want to make too much noise, doesn't want to give Hütten any information as to where he's going to be peeking from. He's going to, if he can just get around this corner. Oh my goodness, the fountain's just in the way. Has he spotted him just yet? There we go, they're spotting each other. Who's going to be faster on the trigger? Grenade comes out as well. That's going to do pretty much negligible damage to Hütten, who's flown out a flash of his own. He's trying to stall for this bomb to explode. Peeks round, does get the kill. Does he have enough time? And that molly very nearly claimed his life. This is going to be a close one, but I feel that's going to be a round in the favour of Titan. 7-7 is the scoreline. Close
round there. Well played from MBK in the end. Nathan coming through for his team. Very close though. I thought that Team4Balkan might have actually picked that one up. But, well, in fact, great play from him the whole round. He picked up the 2 in apps, didn't he? So I think credit to MBK for that round. Bringing the scores back even. I mean, The Inferno is a CT-sided map. Titan are one of the best teams in the world. You know, logic dictates we'd be seeing 10-5, you know, 11-4, 12-3 even. Nope, 7-7 is the scoreline. And we're going to see a fast push straight through smoke here. Smith is going to get 2. We might get a third and a 4. Scream coming up big. 2 USP kills just to finish off some sexy action there. I mean, questionable decision making from Team4Balkan, just running through the smoke, but who cares because Smith comes up big. 8-7 is the halftime score.
Oh my god, I need to catch my breath because I was screaming when Smiths pulled that off. That was incredible play. That was just disgusting. But you know, all things considered, Jono, 8-7 on T side, I think that Balkan are going to be pretty happy with that.
Just a bit, yeah.
They're going to be like, okay guys, we didn't win the half, but we're in a really good position, especially if they win the pistol round.
God, can't we have just won it? Like 2 more rounds. Yeah, so they will, if they pick up this pistol round, it's looking fantastic. And bear in mind, 3 map series does mean that if Team4Balkan do pick up this round, then we're going to see Dust 2. So I'm all for that. But it's just shocking to see that Team Titan have been pushed up so far here against the fairly unknown team. Really, hats off to Team4Balkan. And Titan just taking their time, just like they're gonna go banana actually. Catch my words here, and they're gonna do good damage and actually take down Emilio. Here comes the push into B site. There's only 1 member surviving. It's going to take a miracle, but XM with a lovely USP headshot is going to provide a part of a miracle with a really nice headshot opening up. But it's going to be, well, MBK actually getting another kill. Looks like, well, it is Titan round 9-7. Good round from them. And they're putting their foot back in it here, and they're going to need all the rounds they can get. Because, well, they are Titan, and they're good on this map, but it's still T-side, and Team4Balkan did just pull off a miracle, getting so many rounds. Don't forget, if Team4Balkan get a bit of momentum here, they could definitely win it.
Again, let's see if an eco proves to be strong for Team4Balkan. We've seen it a few times already in this game. Titan, to be fair to them, have already pulled this off themselves. So Titan now going to be pushing in. It's always interesting to see how different teams approach the map, but it looks like a very similar kind of approach from Titan as well. 2 players banana, 2 players occupying mid/second mid, and Scream just kind of holding himself in the middle and trying to make something happen. So spraying through, playing this one slow. They don't want to rush themselves in and get caught from a CZ, which will make short work of players, especially at this stage of the game, and that's what Rogue's trying to do. He peeks around the corner, gets one, very nicely done by him. He was heavily tagged in the process though, so he's going to have to play a bit safer. Wasn't able to get to the weapon and pick that one up. It was just a pick in the mid area. And now MBK is going to be moving himself towards B. He's all by his lonesome though. This could be a free weapon coming in from the side of Team4Balkan if they play their cards right. Player spotted on balcony. That will be Pitta. And he knows that Smiths is very, very in close proximity. MBK going to be pushed around again. There's 3 players now from Team4Balkan on B. And MBK is doing a great job of just baiting them across, really. Keeping them in position, making them think that it's going to be a B push while they actually simultaneously go A. They don't have the bomb there just yet, though. But it's all on Rogue, and he's been picked up. Scream. Can he spot himself Pitta? If Pitta plays his cards right, he could go huge this round. He's got 1. He's heavily tagged up. Can he get the second? No. Scream will shut him down. 3v3 situation with the bomb down. This isn't a bad eco round at all right now. And 2 players remain. Hooten, oh my goodness, the double kill coming in for Team4Balkan. XM and Hooten both picking up 1 apiece. And they can actually clutch this round. This is a real close one. Scream's doing his best to stall him off the bomb. He's been picked off. And that will be the defuse as well. Team4Balkan pick up their 8th round.
What are we seeing? This is just madness. They have literally got the CS rulebook and ripped it up. Team4Balkan pick up another eco round. This could not be more crazy. And, I mean, in the fashion they did it as well. I was about to commend Titan's strategy there. They walked all the way from Arch. They played it down to a T. They killed the guy on site, but Peter remained in pillar. Got 1. Nearly got a second. The rotate came in lightning fast for the CTs. And just, wow, this is such a good game we're watching. I'm really enjoying it. Remember to follow, by the way, because I'm definitely tuning in to any other games that are like this. But Emilio is going to site 1, taking down MBK. I think he had just a pistol. So that's a loss, but better than losing a gun early on. And it's 9-8. So Team4Balkan might just kickstart a CT really, really strong performance. Who knows? Maybe that eco round will be the round that sends them to victory. You know, that's not too far from reality at this point. You know, so many crazy things are happening. I just don't know what to say anymore. That was just such a good round from Team4Balkan.
Almost at a loss for words, but what we do know is that Team4Balkan are looking to pick up their 9th. Couple pistols on the side of Titan, and 45 seconds remaining for them to push on in. Here comes the cavalry though. Team4Balkan pick up 2 quick fire kills, make that 3, make that 4. And in as many seconds, the round is over. 9-9 is the scoreline. And look at Titan's money. They cannot buy again.
No, they can't at all. They can't rub 2 pennies together. They're flat out broke. And 9-9. Money's looking okay for CTs. Confidence is probably looking okay, I'm going to assume. On the back of winning a round where you shouldn't have won it, the morale gets such a boost. Like, if a player gets a clutch, let me tell you, as the next player, the team gets uplifted, and it's just amazing. It's a game of minds, really, as well as like running around and shooting. So the psychology of the teams is massively important, and boosting morale like that is, I can't hype it up enough. But Rogue's going to get 2, Hooten's actually going to get another. This is just another anti-eco round, but MBK's going to salvage 1 back. I was going to say it's a clean one so far. Let's see if MBK can get anything else. So he's invested in a CZ, so it'd be nice if he could get some kills from his point of view. And he will actually get another, so good work from MBK. He's been playing really well this map. Commend him for that. Existence is going to probably pick up the bomb. He's probably going to get shot as well. Yes, he will. Peter's going to seal the 10th round for Team4Balkan. And let me just say, this game is fantastic. I'm really enjoying it. The Swedish team, now let's have a look at their money. Yeah, thumbs up, looking pretty good. The bank is there now. They're going to have full nades, lots of Molotovs actually. 3 Molotovs picked up, so that's interesting to see. Something that's been worked into the metagame more recently, and I like to see changes in the metagame. In fact, I'll quickly talk about something you mentioned. The team's playing it slowly on the 2nd round. that's a development, and that's an adaptation to the introduction of more powerful pistols that has happened in the last month or so. I think it's like, well, last 2 months, maybe. You know, in recent history, CS:GO, the pistols they've been made very powerful, and that's an adaptation. Taking it slowly, second round. Most teams will do that, and historically teams will probably just rush a site together. But anyway, enough of that. Peter's going to site one. It's going to get the kill in Apps. The aggressive push there from Smith's not working out. Screams in low here. He's going to site two. Now he probably will get taken down. Some good team play from CTs, and Rope's going to take a Kenny S just running through the smoke. Questionable from him, but looking good for Team4Balkan.
It is. You can see XM. Oh, he is going to get the headshot. So nice clean-up from Team4Balkan at the end. 11-9. And that was a buy-up as well from Titan. So again, they're in dire straits in terms of economy. And this is looking good for Team4Balkan. And those of you that have bet, I like looking at chat every now and again, and I love this. Believe for Balkan, B4B, it seems to be going around quite a bit in chat, because 11% to win. So if you bet on Balkan, this is looking pretty good right now.
A lot of people rubbing their hands.
It would appear so. They did lose the first map. If you did just join us, it was 16-14 in the end to Titan, and Dust 2 will be played next if Team4Balkan can manage to pick this one up. It's looking like it should be 12-9, and I say should with quotation marks and thick ones at that, because Titan have been picking up eco rounds left, right and centre today. They are going to get the recipient of the first kill though. Smiths falls down, and that should be Team4Balkan in prime position to pick up this round.
A great stack as well. Take note, there's 4 members there on A. They've pushed 1 member down B, and that's just allowed them just to inhabit this A site, you know, just over-inhabit it, and that's going to crush this offensive play from Team Titan. And finally, we've got a normal anti-eco round that's going in the way of the team with guns. Hallelujah. I can finally predict something, but Scream's going to get a nice headshot. Let's see if we can get anything else. Maybe another kill would be good. At this point, it doesn't really matter though, because Team4Balkan have picked up several rounds in a row, and their bank is looking good. Looking really good, in fact. And finally, they're stringing rounds together. The forwards and backwards antics maybe have stopped. You know, I've called it. Maybe that round, the boost in morale, that round they picked up from the eco. In fact, every round played since then, they have picked up in good fashion. So maybe that was a factor. But 9-12, that's a fairly standard scoreline, because you would expect CTs to pick up more rounds. And, you know, I'm emphasising that Titan did not do a good job on CT when it was their turn. Or maybe we should just say Team4Balkan did amazingly. Either one, doesn't matter. 12-9, and it's still fairly close. But if Titan can't pick up a few more rounds now, I'm going to put my money on the Swedes.
I think it's definitely a matter of column A and column B here, a bit of both, because yeah, Titan didn't play well on CT, but Team4Balkan really punished them for the mistakes they made. And right now, they're looking to do that on the flip side. Emilio does eat himself a few bullets there from banana area, and you can see again that Titan, they don't want to commit to anything just yet. Smiths is playing alongside Scream, the most aggressive of the Titan players, but so far, they haven't managed to make any inroads into this A plant. Now they're starting to go into second apps, jumping through the balcony. You can still see that Team4Balkan, they're not falling for this one. They're sticking on B. They don't want to start rotating prematurely and find that B is suddenly taken. And Kenny S with that bomb is now starting to go into banana. So with 45 seconds to go, it looks like Titan, they're going to play this one right down to the wire.
Yeah, interestingly enough, they've got 3 members there on B, so they're either going to split it, sending people through Arch, or fake it. And actually, I think they're going to split it here. Smith is going to flash in existence. Look at that trick flash bouncing off the wall. I really like that. They're going to catch one here. Roke's going to get action. He gets one, but Smith returns, so that's a good play from him. And that is going to allow the pincer movement. 20 seconds. The time is counting down here. It's XM and another person I don't quite have the name of, but they've got everything to do here. And it's actually Emilio, and he gets one. Doesn't get another, so this really good strategy from Titan paying off in spades. They're going to get the bomb down just in time, and they rotate here. Both members of the Team4Balkan are going to push from banana. They're both sandwiched in there, and they're going to do the sensible thing and rotate out. Well, I'm just going to have a quick look at the money. I say sensible thing, why not just go for it? They're so rich at this point, they've got money coming out of their ears. I would recommend just go for it, because if they do, they're going to limit Titan's economy. You know, worst case scenario, they might get a kill or two, and that will take a gun or two off the other opposition, make them have to rebuy, you know, do damage control with the economy. But a good tactical round for Titan, good aim round for them. They picked up the revenge kills, they got the trade kills, and they got the entrance onto that B site. So The scores have disappeared for me. There we go, 10 to 12. So Titan etch it back slightly. Nothing to really shout about yet. I'm not going to get too excited for them. Having said that, I mean, they are Titan. And one thing I was going to pick up on, and it's funny that they actually used a decent strat in this round. I was going to say, this doesn't actually look like characteristic Titan. Titan are a team, historically, that rely on stringent terrorist play. Really well-worked, methodical strategies. You know, opposite to Team4Balkan style, something that I've talked about already in some detail. They like spreading out, getting the picks. Very simple play. Team Titan, complete opposite. They usually rely on strategies and working together as a team and using these complicated strats with smokes and flashes, and that's not something we've seen thus far, apart from in that last round, and hey-ho, they pick up their 10th. So, interestingly enough, they make that succeed, and we're going to see, it looks like an A play actually. Still a minute to go, they're just filling out the map.
Yep, as you say, they're feeling it, they're filling it as well, and they're just trying to look for any cracks, any chinks in the armour right now of Team4Balkan, and to be fair to Balkan, they're not showing any. They are keeping themselves in positions. Roku's just started to move now back towards A, maybe gonna have a quick peek towards balcony area. Playing very deep this time, doesn't want to get caught out of position, doesn't want to get flashed and the smokes to come down and isolate him from the rest of his team, as we just saw right there. And this looks like it is going to be a fast A push now with 20 seconds to go. They have to rapidly move in, or they're going to time themselves out. Nobody's died so far in this round, and already MBK's been tagged down incredibly low. 13 seconds left. Hit is coming, gets the first. There's Kenny S. But from the backside, Rogues really should have done better from that position. That could prove to be all the difference. 3v1. Bomb is going down and has been planted right now. And it's all going to be on XM, who's had a really good couple maps so far in this game. Top fragging for his team right now. But this is a sticky one. This is not a position he wants to be in. And he is just going to save. Smart from him. Again, though, I don't want to single out any players and kind of call them out, so to speak. But Roku's position in library, I honestly feel he should have done better with that. Because he had the positional advantage. He caught them unawares. And he was unable to get even a single kill.
Alright, I didn't see that actually. I was looking at quad and ups, and I was just going to compliment Titan. That was utter perfection. You can really tell they've worked on that strat. They've timed it so well. Everybody had somebody they were looking, somewhere they were looking. Sorry. So there was one person looking site, there was one looking outs, there was one looking quad, and pit, and it worked out. And I was about to say they've run down the clock and they're not going to pick up this round, but in the end they just pulled off this amazing terrorist side strategy, and that's more like the Titan people have come accustomed to. And I think now they might have woken up again. Maybe Team4Balkan have awoken this beast. I mean, last time they pulled it back against the odds. Maybe they're going to do it again. Team4Balkan might be slightly worried. The money is okay though, still for the Swedes. And I think they should just keep the style they've been using so far. But Kenny S with a great opening. Huton's going to revenge frag. So forwards and backwards, 4 plays 4. That does favour the terrorist side there, in mind. So Titan are going to be happy with that exchange. Kenny S isn't AWPing. He's doing fairly well on frags though, so he's a key member. Don't quote me on calling him out for not being an important factor, but he goes down, and here comes the push on to B. 3 members, all 3 of them are going to push up. There's only 1 member on this B side. Fast rotate incoming, but Emilio's going to have to do work here, and he does get split. Can he get second? No, he can't. MK is going to revenge frag him fairly simply, and the bomb's going to go down again. But it is a 3 versus 2 advantage to the CTs, and MBK is going to go aggressive here. A smoke's going to favour him here for a banana, and a good kill from Scream. Now 2 versus 2. MBK and Scream, 2 players you definitely want in a clutch situation. XM, somebody's playing amazingly though. It's going to be taken out by Scream and MBK. 2 fast frags, and look at this, we're straight back into an even scoreline, 12-12.
Jeez, that round from Titan was such a clutch, and brings them back to 12-12, gives them the round, I was going to say lead, but it's all even again. But it does give them a couple more weapons and a bit more money to play with. Full buy-up from Balkan. They've got 5 M4s on the board, and they are going to be looking to try and punish Titan again. But Titan, similar to Mirage, they're starting to bounce back. They're starting to put 2 and 2 together and get some rounds on the board, and that's the important thing. It doesn't matter how you win, as long as you get that victory at the end of the day, and this would be a 2-0 in the best of 3 if they do close this map out. Remember, later on we have Clan Mystic and Team Global coming up, but for now, let's take it back on board with Kenny S in the banana with an AWP. Couple players as well in the apps area. Smith is going to find himself Hooten, who does get the upper hand and gets the kill. Here comes Pittner as well. They get 2. And that's huge for Team4Balkan. Kenny S is going to snake his way around to mid. Nice smoke though, good timing. Is going to completely cordon him off. And he can't afford to push through that, otherwise it would be certain death. Spray coming through that smoke from Hooten, but he's not going to land anything. Emilio on B, finding himself MBK. Will get the kill through smoke as well. 5v2 situation. And again, Titan looking out of sorts.
Yeah, a subtle alteration to the CT setup. Well, I'll go back onto that anyway, but they're pushing into this B site once again. I think it's probably Emilio, this back of site. It's actually XM, he's going to get one. Just one member remaining now. Can he get it himself? XM doing good damage. He's drawing it around the barrel, just playing with it. Gets the headshot. Existence goes down, and we'll make sure that Team4Balkan get their 13th. But yeah, something I'd like to pick up on. A subtle alteration from Team4Balkan was that they actually played aggressive in apartments, something they haven't really been doing. And they had one member in that lower. He was in charge of, well, listening out for mid, making sure he's not backstabbed from middle, but mainly looking into that window room. And then he had his teammate up there in long hall as well, looking at the T stairs entrance. And that worked out beautifully for them. Something they haven't done, caught Titan off guard. So good aggressive CT play, and a good example of changing things up, actually working there. But Existence with a good opening, that's exactly what the doctor ordered for the French team. They're going to push straight in on that. Existence getting the frag is going to make the call, guys. Let's push in, get the bomb down. And Peter is still here. Can he do anything? Yes, he can. He's going to get MBK. He's going to get second. That is marvellous M4 control from him. And he redeems something back for his team. XM with a grenade is going to do damage as well. Straight back to 2 versus 3. A lightning fast rotate, by the way, from Team4Balkan means that they were straight in there in the mix, and a fake defuse might draw out the T's here. Rowe's going to take down Kenny S, and the other man is going to face, well, 2 angry CTs, and he's just not going to be able to pull it off. And look at this, Team4Balkan are on the 14th round. Metas, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the third map. My hands are rubbing it. Well, I'm rubbing my hands. My hands are not rubbing. I'm rubbing my hands.
I was going to say, you should probably go to a doctor about that.
Yeah.
If your hands are like randomly rubbing each other and you don't want them to.
Yeah.
But all things considered, Team4Balkan 14-12 up. First map was 16-14 to Titan. So Team4Balkan wants some of that glorious revenge. P250 only on Scream. This is the time for the Swedes to strike, surely. Titan pushing up Banana. There is XM though, picks up one before dropping and was kind of caught with his pants down. Fair enough, he converted that first kill, but now that's going to leave Emilio in a sticky situation. How long can he stall this one off? In fact, they're not really pushing up, and that could prove to be very smart from Titan, because the cavalry was well and truly roaring its way in. 3 players now situated around B, with Hooten on Speedway, so that allows him to maneuver into whichever position he so chooses. A double fake from Titan. Initially faking B, going to mid, and now coming back again. They have just dropped a weapon though, and that may alert Team4Balkan to their presence around this area. Smoke comes down, double smoke in fact from Titan, and in this 4v4 you could hear a pin drop. The atmosphere incredibly tense. The kills really, really matter. And that's going to be Hooten opening things up onto Existence. Not looking good for Titan, as the molly goes down to mid as well. And now they can bide their time. They can stay in deep and just wait for Titan to push them. Because the onus really is on Titan. They're the aggressors. They have to get that bomb down at the end of the day. And Team4Balkan, they're playing the objective. And this is very smart. 20 seconds to go. Titan, you have to step it up right here, right now. Every second counts. Emilio on the B, moving himself round to ruins, and it looks as though Titan are going to push this. Hey, there's MBK, picks up one. 22% HP remaining on Hooten, who's coming round from this corner. Nice headshot. In fact, it wasn't a headshot, it was a jumping shot from Kenny S, as Hooten was peeking himself around. 2v2 now. This would be a huge round for Titan to clutch. Can they do it though? Kenny S lurking in pit, waiting for these 2 players. With Yorpi, misses the first shot. That could prove to be critical for Titan. Now peeking back around as Titan are going to find themselves a player short. MBK has fallen. Can he connect the dots on the second player? He's playing against time as well. Here comes Kenny, picks up the first and gets the second as well before the defuse. And Titan pick off an awesome clutch.
Man, no, Titan didn't get it. Titan lost it. Team4Balkan won. They got the defuse. He got the defuse. Kenny S missed. No,
oh
Kenny S got the guy that wasn't defusing. That's why my voice went like a little girl for a second. Team4Balkan, they're sitting on the match point here. 15th round. Kenny S. just missed the shot there by an inch and got the wrong person. Didn't get the diffuser, and well, MBK is going to come right back with a headshot, but quite frankly it does look like it's going to be DDoS 2, and I'm happy about that, but Titan will not be happy about that round loss. Kenny S so close, but let me say that Team4Balkan shouldn't have let it get so close. Team Titan, they ran down the clock like it was so close. It was within seconds. If they hadn't have planted and they got the 2 kills, you know, they shouldn't have even got the bomb down in my opinion. So Team4Balkan managed in the end to get the round by crazy fashion. That was a silly round again. What a game we've got on our hands here, people. Smith is in lower. He probably will get action. Roke's got the angle, shooting a bit prematurely, but it doesn't matter. He's going to take down Smiths, no problem. 4 plays 3. That's going to favour the Swedes massively, and this might be the last round of DE Inferno. And look at this, Team Titan really spread out again. It's something I haven't picked up on, but Roke's going to silence Kenny S with a clean headshot. And he's almost aware that there's somebody in apps there. Maybe the call went out. 4 plays 2. Can Titan do it again? Can they all, against all the odds, will they get the bomb down? Peter's going to say no. No, you won't. And now Scream has a mountain to climb. 4 CTs to find in 16 seconds. I just don't see this happening. And there we have it. Team4Balkan pick up the second round. Yes. My hands are rubbing themselves again. I'm only joking. But yeah, the Swedes pick up the second map. And I'm really impressed by that. I don't know about you.
Dude, I'm still at a loss for words because I honestly felt that Kenny S had pulled that round out of his backside, but nope. I thought the first shot landed on the diffuser, so apologies for that one. But my